Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are tackling a skill that's absolutely essential whether it's your personal life or your professional life. Effective communication. Whether you're a student juggling between classes and social life or a professional eyeing for that next career growth, being able to communicate clearly and confidently is a game changer. So let's dive into some fun and practical tips to improve our communication skills. Hello everyone. My name is Shramika. I'm an engineer by profession and a seeker by passion. Let's start with the basics of effective communication. What do you think is effective communication? I think it's the ability to convey a message clearly and accurately while also understanding the other person's message. It involves both verbal and non-verbal communication and is crucial for building relationships, resolving conflicts, and succeeding in our careers. Good communication skills can lead to better relationships, improved teamwork, and greater professional opportunities. In personal life, it helps in expressing our emotions and building stronger bonds with our loved ones, while in professional settings, it helps in collaboration and teamwork. By no means I am a communication expert. I would like to reiterate that I make these videos only so that I can improve my skills in these particular topics. And as a byproduct, if it helps you as well, if you find these topics interesting and useful, then I would like to remind you to hit that like button. Now let's talk about improving our verbal communication. Active listening. Listening is just as important as speaking. We should practice active listening by maintaining eye contact, nodding, and responding appropriately. Most importantly, we should practice listening without any bias. We should show genuine interest in what other person is speaking. This helps build trust and shows that we value their input. Clear and concise messaging. Avoid rambling and get to the point. We should be clear and concise in our communication. I know we all fancy big words, but using simpler words and shorter sentences is the key to good communication. That is something I try to implement in my YouTube videos as well. I hope you recognize it. Okay, for example, if you're trying to speak with someone or if you're trying to write something, start with the main idea, add supporting details, and then conclude with a good summary. Remember, we are talking about good communication here. We're not trying to be authors of some big fancy fiction novels. Ask open-ended questions. Encourage conversations by asking open-ended questions. So instead of asking, did you like the project? Try asking, what do you think about the project? This invites more detailed responses and keeps the conversation going. And when answering the question, remember what we discussed about clear and concise messaging. Non-verbal communication is also as much part as the verbal communication. So let's see how we can improve it. Let's start with body language. Our body language can say a lot about us. Maintaining good posture, making eye contact, and using appropriate gestures are all signs of interest and confidence. I recently made a video on how do we take little steps to improve our confidence. Do check it out. Open body language like uncrossed arms and leaning slightly forward can make you look more approachable and engaged. Next is our facial expressions. So our facial expressions should match our words. This is something I really need to improve a lot on. I have this resting bitch face which sometimes, actually most times, people mistake as being rude. We should smile when we are discussing something good, positive, happy, and show some concerned, empathy looks when we are discussing some serious matters. This makes our communication more authentic and relatable. I know it's not something that comes very naturally to people, including me, but we should smile more often when we are talking. But it should not be looking creepy as well. It's a fine balance. Tone of voice is also something very important that we all should look at. The way you say something can be as important as what you say. And I think nobody understands this more than women. Use a tone that matches the message. Calm and steady for serious topics. Enthusiastic for exciting news. Avoid a monotonous speech to keep your audience engaged, especially if you're speaking in public. Now, most of my audience, most of you guys watching this video are professionals working in corporate settings. So let's see how we can build communication for professional settings. Let's start with the most common thing in any corporate, emails and messaging. Emails are a big part of communication in corporates. So when writing emails or messages, we should be professional. We should be concise, clear, and to the point. Start with a polite greeting, state your purpose of the email, provide necessary details, and end with a courteous closing. Use bullet points and numbered lists for clarity. Make the email readable and not cluttered with paragraphs. The next important thing in corporates is giving presentations and being able to speak in public. If you need to give a presentation, practice is key. Know your material and organize your content logically and have a lot of visual aids throughout your presentation. Use engaging questions and interactions with the audience. Talking about audience, the presentation should be catered towards the audience. The key point of making a presentation successful is to use storytelling that fits the bill of the audience. Understand what they must be looking for in your presentation and mold your data accordingly. I know it's easier said than done, but again, practice is key. In a corporate setting, conflicts are inevitable. So address issues calmly and constructively. Use sentences with I to express your own feeling instead of blaming others. And listen to the other party's perspective as well and work together to find a solution. There's no place to be rude or disrespectful. Often we see that people forget that and harm their own reputation within the team. Remember, it takes a long time to build your reputation and just takes a second to break it. So don't go with the flow of your emotions. Stay firm, stay calm. And finally, how can we not talk about communication in our personal relationships? Be open and honest about your feelings. Use I statements to express yourself without sounding accusatory. For example, I feel upset when you do so and so, instead of saying, you make me upset when you do so and so. A very simple change, but it will make the other person appreciate your effort. Show empathy by acknowledging others' feelings and perspectives. This strengthens relationships and builds trust. Sometimes just being there to listen can make a huge difference. Spend quality time with your loved ones, free from any distractions. Engage in meaningful conversation and show genuine interest in their lives. This fosters deeper connections and better understanding. And there you have it. By practicing these tips and techniques, we all can improve our communication skills, which will lead to better relationships and greater success in personal and professional settings. Remember, effective communication is a skill that can always be improved. So keep practicing and be open to feedback. I hope you liked this video. If you did, then please hit that like button and comment below what is your key takeaway from this video. And let me also know what other topics you would like to see on my channel. I am also always open for feedback. So if you have any feedback, please let me know in the comment section. Yeah, there's a lot of homework for you to do. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more such content. I'll see you again next week. Until then, happy learning and bye.